Good afternoon. I'm James Cockrell. I'm the Commissioner of the Alaska Department of Public Safety. First of all, I want to thank all the family members for being here. There's nothing more important to our law enforcement officers than our families. They are the ones that keep us grounded and the ones that are our rocks. So I want to personally reach out and thank you very much for being here. I'd also like to thank Governor Dunleavy for hosting this event. I think it's kind of historic in the history of the department. And I'd like to also thank him, since I've been commissioner in the last two and a half years, he has stood by his statements to me when he hired me that, public safety was number one. And he has followed that he's been steadfast. He's helped our department grow, and we've certainly gained a lot of momentum because the governor and his administration, lieutenant governor, and also our legislators who's supported our budget requests over the last couple of years. I wanted to personally thank him for that, and the lieutenant governor for being here. And then I wanted to address our Alaska State Troopers. Your Alaska State Troopers do an amazing job every day and make it look almost routine. They put the uniform on to protect our citizens, protect our highways, protect our byways, our wildlife resources, and I certainly appreciate everything they do. As commissioner, one of the joys of being in this job is to hear all the nice comments that I receive, positive comments I receive from the public of what our Alaska State Troopers do and what they stand for. They stand for the truth, protecting our citizens and our citizens' property and our wildlife resources. So thank you for what you do. Today, which is a very special day, we are awarding 7 Alaska State Troopers and 1 Wasilla police officer, lieutenant, with our highest honor at DPS, the Commendation for Valor. These 7 troopers and Wasilla police officer, along with countless other troopers and law enforcement officers, saved the lives and kept the peace during a truly horrific situation from the Mat-Su Valley in 2021. The Valor Commendation is given when a DPS employee knowingly puts themselves into harm's way to save the life of another, prevent a serious crime from occurring, or make an arrest of a violent individual while exhibiting personal bravery and self-sacrifice beyond the call of duty. In essence, these 7 troopers charged into an extremely dangerous situation and were willing to sacrifice their lives to save the lives of 4 innocent citizens. Truly outstanding work, and again, very greatly appreciated. I'm so proud to be here today. Before we read the citation, present the awards, I'd like to introduce Governor Dunleavy for a few brief remarks. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Commissioner. Thank you. Well, thanks everyone for being here, and to the families, I really want to say thank you for supporting your spouses, your husbands, your wives, your fathers and mothers in this endeavor. Sometimes people come up to me and say, boy, Governor, you got a tough job. And I don't think so when I think in terms of what our troopers and what our police have to go through. And I'm just, I have to tell you, I'm very proud of these individuals. I'm very proud of all of our police. I spoke with them for a few minutes before this meeting and expressed that to them. When you look at the lower 48 and there's all these conversations about defunding the police, although that's changing now since they are finding out what defunding the police really means to a society. But, you hope that these individuals don't have to rush into trouble. You hope that doesn't have to happen, but it does. That's the reality. And that's the reality that our police and our troopers and other law enforcement in the state of Alaska, that's the reality they accept it. And that's why I'm very proud of them. And it's an honor for me to stand here because it's unlike many other jobs. They're prepared for the worst. They hope for the best. They go through some rigorous training. They're selected, I think, in a very rigorous manner in the hopes that we get the best, and I think we do have the best. And as was mentioned, I think will be detailed here in a moment, that incident in Wasilla in 2021 involving 4 individuals, several of which were children, I think really outlines and highlights what our troopers do and what they're capable of doing. in terms of interjecting themselves in some of the most dangerous situations there are that you can imagine. And so again, I want to thank the families for being here. I want to thank the families for supporting these individuals because every day, every evening, every time they go to work, I think we all hope and we all pray, and for the most part, it works out. But I know that the families oftentimes are concerned and worry about their loved ones that are going and putting themselves in harm's way. So on behalf of the state of Alaska, I just want to thank you, the families, and I want to thank each of these individuals that put their lives on the line every day for Alaskans to make this a great state. And as the commissioner mentioned, my commitment has been, always will be, that we're going to make sure that these individuals get all the resources that they need, all the support that they need. There'll be no discussions, never have been, never will be, about defunding the police. And they will know that they've got a governor in their corner. You'll know that you have a governor in your corner too, as families that are supporting these individuals. So with that, I'm gonna turn it over to the next speaker, but I just want to thank each and every one of you for what you do for the state of Alaska. And this one incident, I think, is an example of what you're prepared to do at any moment to help Alaska. So thank you. I think we have coming up next.
Yes, sir.
Colonel Hughes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Colonel Mo Hughes. I'm the Director of the Alaska State Troopers, and I'm now going to read the citation. This is to certify a commendation for valor has been awarded to Lieutenant Darren Cooper, Trooper Chris Havens, Trooper Matt Kessler, Sergeant Lee Phillips, Trooper Curtis Vick, Trooper Timothy Wolf, and Wasilla Police Lieutenant Bobby Rader. For actions performed on March 13th, 2021, these commiserate law enforcement professionals clearly distinguished themselves by selflessly and voluntarily risking their own lives to save others. As members of the Alaska State Trooper Southern Central South Emergency Reaction Team, CERT, this act of valor was performed during a hostage rescue incident to prevent an armed suspect from murdering several individuals inside a home, including 3 children. During that evening, a suspect under the influence of drugs and armed with a shotgun forcibly entered a family home where a mother was caring for her young son and his 2 visiting friends. The suspect took the 3 children captive in a bedroom and separated them from their mother by holding her captive in a bathroom. He threatened multiple times to shoot and kill the children, telling them to say goodbye. The hostage rescue team took position inside the residence and around a corner at the bottom of the flight of stairs and prepared to intervene. When it was determined a rescue needed to be initiated, the suspect was shot by a CERT sniper from outside the residence through a multi-pane window. Although the suspect was hit, his initial reaction made it clear to the CERT members he still presented an immediate danger to the mother and children. Aware that they would likely run into gunfire from the suspect, the hostage rescue turned the corner and ran directly toward the suspect, neutralizing the continuing and imminent threat with their own lethal force. These officers exhibited uncommon gallantry in a perilous situation in which 4 lives were undoubtedly saved. Their heroism, selflessness, are in keeping with the highest traditions of service to the people of the state of Alaska and reflect great credit upon themselves, the Alaska State Troopers, and the Department of Public Safety. Okay. Lieutenant Darren Cooper.
I'm going to come over here.
Where would you like?
We're going to do this.
Here we go there.
Trooper Chris Havens. Trooper Matt Kessler. Sergeant Lee Phillips. Captain Eric Spitzer. Trooper Curtis Vick. Trooper Timothy Wolf. Wasilla Police Lieutenant Bobby Rader. Let's give these folks a round of applause. Thank you, everyone. That concludes our ceremony.